welcome to a mini edition of Nerd Alert. We have a few things to talk about as we get into our D23 weekend. This is the weekend where Disney has its own expo to talk about what's going on. We have an Alice sequel, we have the Jungle Book, we have Kingdom Hearts 3. All of these are relatively rumorish right now, so we're not going to talk about it on this Friday before everything goes down. But we do have some somewhat solid stuff to talk about. Many rumors have been discussed for Disney Parks expansion, and it seems to be more fleshed out than anything else at this point. I am not alone today. I am joined by my producer, Andrew Fogel. Andrew is here to steal my spotlight and also to discuss Disney because he is also a Disney, I don't want to say Disney file because it sounds disgusting.
A Disney fan.
A Disney fan as well. We've been looking at rumors for a long time on Star Wars Land and Marvel Land. Those are not the real names. That's just what they're calling these expanded areas for both major acquisitions by Disney. Star Wars would ostensibly be over in the Disney parks, while Disneyland Park, while Marvel would be over in Disney's California Adventure. Let's focus on Star Wars Land first, though, because that's the one I'm most excited about. So it seems like there's a lot of unused space, or not properly used space in Disneyland. We also have the closure of Innoventions earlier this year, and an acquisition of land across the street, which that land itself won't be used for a park expansion, but maybe for moving of office buildings, storage buildings,
yeah, because currently there are more office buildings and things like that actually right next to the resort and on that property, so they're going to be able to move offices and other things across the street or whatever to those new
those long
acquisitions.
Buildings that are painted in green, aka go away green, which they use to cover things they don't want you to see, like most of the show buildings. Okay, so this is I believe the north end of the park?
Yes.
That large white thing with the blue dots is the Fantasyland Theater Pavilion where Mickey's magical thing is going on. I have not seen that show.
And above that you can see Toontown, and there's been some debate as to whether or not the Star Wars expansion will
destroy Toontown.
Demolish Toontown.
I
don't think anybody will miss it.
Burn it. Burn it to the ground with everyone in snow. It looks like in this proposal, which is by the way not official, still not official, that they would leave Toontown at this point. I'm not sure what that other building is under the word Star Wars Land is. I think it's another show building. And it said that most of the buildings, or most of the show buildings, well, they are show buildings. The attractions would be inside show buildings and therefore not impacted by the fireworks, which closes Toontown at 5 p.m. So that's good. It said that they're being built under lock and key in the Imagineering Lab in Glendale. And there have been many confidentiality agreements signed, so we don't know anything official just yet.
So what I'm curious to know is why they would choose to use that property at the north end of the park instead of making this adjacent to Tomorrowland, which seems like a natural fit because you've got this zone over near Tomorrowland where you've got
is dead.
Innoventions, which is crap.
Well, it's literally gone.
You've got
they gutted it.
Yeah.
It's empty now.
You've got Autopia there, which needs to disappear. It is.
Listen,
that is a ride.
The future. It runs on gas. You can smell it in the air. It
exactly.
stinks. They should be electric or nothing.
Our automotive future is self-driving electric cars, which would be kind of boring as a ride.
No, it could be awesome if you did it the right way, but
Sure.
They probably won't and shouldn't really if they have these new properties that they can make so much money off of. And then also we were thinking maybe they could get rid of the Submarine Adventures, which has, I know it's beloved, but people, I've heard that it's quite the financial drain on the park because of the frequent leaks and upkeep issues going on.
Well, and all three of those attractions are all adjacent to each other and they make up a massive footprint. So you could put something really expansive like Star Wars there. And I think that would be a great improvement. But I think their other plan to put things either in replacing Toontown or next to Toontown.
I say still, just let it go. Anyway, let's think about Marvel Land, which is not a good name. It would probably be behind Tower of Terror. All right, so it seems to be nestled behind Tower of Terror. You can see Radiator Springs Racers off to the side there. That whole area just looks like it's mainly parking and storage. I've driven around that bend before when they were trying to get me to overflow parking, and it did seem like a waste of space. Some of the information we have so far in that is that there is an e-ticket thrill ride planned that would anchor that area, and it would be described as a combination of the Rock and Roller Coaster and Universal's Transformers ride, which is a kind of unique roller coaster that it uses more of like projection effects, or like the Spider-Man one in Universal.
Yeah, it's a combination of dark ride and 3D experience. So you're actually in a vehicle and you're moving through a space, but you're looking with 3D glasses at a screen. So it's a combination motion ride and dark ride.
What I want to know is what kind of attractions would you like to see in these new areas? Let's say you get your wish. I would say speeders through the indoor forest.
Yes. I want to ride a speeder bike. Make it happen, Disney.
There needs to be a Mos Eisley Cantina.
Which I've heard rumors about that being
it would be so easy to make. Yeah. And everyone wants it, and everyone wants to hear that song all day, every day. And then in Marvel, I don't know, but there needs to be a shawarma cafe, at least.
Like with rubble?
Yeah, just everyone
in the middle of a
like
partially demolished New York City.
Done with life, but the shawarma's pretty good.
Which honestly, after a day like at the Disneyland Resort, sometimes that's how I feel.
That's pretty accurate. Audience, what do you think? We will have new information soon, so I don't need you commenting with, "Oh, this is old." I know it's old. We're shooting this Friday. We're putting it out on Friday. Behold the ravages of time. Let us know what you think about what could go into either park, expansion, and please be sure to subscribe for more.